Now I have a Vespa.
Nice.
That's how you get around NYC. Best possible way.
Do your kids have Vespas too?
My kids, God, no.
Oh.
No.
Very cool. All right, Edie, thank you so much for coming to my hangout.
Sure.
So my last interview, I started with using the 8-ball, and I asked it a question, and I said, will this be the best interview of the day? And it said, yes.
Oh, God.
But I think I'm just going to apply that question to the rest of the day, so we can just quit while we're ahead
Okay.
and use that answer as
I'm down with
as
that.
yes. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, so you're from New York.
I am.
Long Island.
I am.
I have family in Long Island.
Do you?
Yes, I do. So who knows? Maybe I kicked my ball over into your yard at one
Could
point.
very
I
well
don't know. Maybe. But there's this new debate going on the internet that I wanted to ask you about New York subways.
Oh, go on.
So I wanted to ask you what the best seat is on the subway. So I've asked a bunch of New Yorkers this, and they've all given me the same answer. And I wanted to know what your thoughts were.
4. Really?
Yeah.
Can I tell you,
what
I
I've
haven't
hearing.
been on a subway probably in 20 years.
Why?
I never took subways. Even when I first came to New York, I didn't like the idea of going underground. I was a rollerblader.
Oh.
I rollerbladed every place until that stopped, and now I have a Vespa.
Nice.
That's how you get around NYC.
Very cool.
Best possible way.
That's awesome. So you just do you go between the cars and everything?
You're not supposed to, so of course I know.
Right. You're a rule follower.
No,
so.
totally.
Right. And that's why you're playing the FBI.
That,
not
for
FBI,
the commissioner, yes,
Right,
that's
yeah.
right. Exactly. I would
Yes.
never do anything illegal.
Right. Of course not. But you were, you're a New Yorker, and now you're playing somebody who's going to Los Angeles Police Department. So how has that been like? Are you bringing a little bit of New York into your role?
I think it comes with me everywhere I go.
Okay.
I think it would be harder to leave something from New York behind in any new role. And come to think of it, it's not entirely unlike my real life relationship with LA, which is that I always feel like a visitor here. I've never lived here. Mm-hmm. And I've only ever come here for this kind of thing, for publicity or business stuff. Right. So, it matches my real life experience in more ways than one.
Yeah, very cool. And I assume you're Team East Coast anyway.
I'd like to say I had some big, noble reason behind it. I'm just a homebody. I like my coffee shop. I like my dry cleaner. I don't know. I'm funny that way.
I'm the same way. I really just stay in the house.
I know I got all my buddies around.
Right.
Yeah.
Family.
Anyway.
It's just
family.
I hate leaving.
I do too.
I live in Nashville, so now I'm like, I feel super far from
Oh,
home.
wow. That's very far. Yeah.
So I'm like, when am I going home again?
Yeah. I mean, it's fun to visit, but it's hard for me to spend tons of time in places that aren't home.
Right. And what do you do like when you're at home and you just have all the time to yourself or whatever time you
Well,
have
the nice
to
thing
yourself?
is I have 2 kids that are relatively young, about to be teenagers, so I'm able to participate in their lives more. I can hang out with them and watch TV at night, or we can have breakfasts together, things that are important.
Yeah.
They're important not just to them, but to me.
Right.
I'm also very crafty.
Okay.
You may not have known that about me or
Nice.
cared to know that about me, but I love sewing and making little things. So I have a little studio in my house where I sit and watch TV and make silly stuff.
Nice.
Well,
Love
it brings
it.
me great joy for some reason.
Love it. Do your kids have Vespas too?
My kids, God, no.
Oh.
No. They're big, powerful machines. So
Okay.
I drive my kids on the Vespa.
Okay.
For sure. I take my kids around on them, but they don't
Okay.
have their own. So no.
All right. And they're like, Mom, like, come on. I'm 13. I need to have it.
Yeah, no, God. Ain't gonna happen.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, about your new role in Tommy, what kind of research did that take? Did you do any type of like boot camp or like some police training
I did
situation?
absolutely nothing.
That's the life.
Next question. I don't know. That was something I would have lied about a few years ago, to be honest with you. But since this is the best interview ever, I'm going to be honest and tell you that, no. I mean, I know I have a pretty good sense of what the job entails as far as who she is in relation to the people that work around her. Mm-hmm. I have been a little bit obsessed with cop shows my whole life, obviously like a lot of people, because there are so many of them. Mm-hmm. Clearly people are watching them. Mm-hmm. But the like Live PD and the First 48 and like more documentary type stuff than acted stuff. Yeah. So I feel like it's been something I have been for some reason interested in for many, many years. So it has served me thus far, I hope.
Right. That's awesome. And
Time will
I
tell.
love crime too. I love like SVU
and people who wanna, justice is like a big,
Exactly.
it's something
It's huge.
we must have it ingrained in us or something, wanting to do the right thing and make sure, bad people are punished and good people are rewarded, or however that works.
Right, and it's like
Scales of justice.
Yeah, and I know you said there's like a lot of shows like that, but all of them seem different. Like,
They're all
in
different. They
some way.
focus on different, different departments, or
Right.
this one's more about the individuals. This one's more about the crimes.
Right, that's very cool. Very cool.
I have 2 dogs.
You have 2 dogs.
I'm just throwing that out there in case it's interesting to anybody. Rescues. Everybody should definitely rescue dogs as opposed to
Yes.
buying them. I'm putting my 2 cents in for that.
What 2 dogs do you have? What
I
are
have a Brussels Griffon. She's this
Okay.
little teeny one with the eyes on the side of her head. Apparently, George Lucas had these as a kid.
Okay.
So he based the Ewok on them. She's like this. And she was a mommy in a puppy mill. She had all these litters, and she lived in a box in a basement. She didn't have a name. And then I took her home, and she's been living the life for the last 10
Nice.
years. And the other one is a border collie mix who's just a ruckus, riotous ruckus.
That one. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like the first one's your pride and joy.
I mean, hopefully my dog's not listening to this interview.
Right. And just a fun fact question.
Go on.
What is the craziest rumor you've ever heard about yourself?
Oh my gosh, the craziest rumor I've ever heard about. Oh, okay. Well, many years ago when I was dating a nice man, who, I guess I shouldn't say his name, and I had I had my gay best friend, who I spent a ton of time with, and there was a whole 2-page spread in the Inquirer about me stepping out on my man with this other man who was basically my boy girlfriend,
Right.
and all 3 of us got a huge kick out of it. But I mean, it was
Wow.
pictures and long lens
goodness.
pictures. It was just hysterical and creepy,
Yeah,
and
a
not
little
true.
bit.
But yeah,
Little bit.
that was a funny one.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's funny. And I'm sure
There's nothing you can do about any of it, so we just laugh.
I know. Inquire, internet, it's all.
Yeah,
just-
there's so much now that's out of our. Let's just say everything is
Yeah.
out of our control.
Yeah.
But that kind of thing, you really can't sweat the small stuff.
You really can't. All right. Thank you so much, Edie, for coming to my hangout. I had a great time.
Me
and
too.
I hope you did too.
My pleasure.
Awesome.
Attention!
Okay, guys, we're not going to do that all the time, or you're all going to need knee replacements.
Dear fellow Angelinos,
This is Mayor Buddy Gray.
this week Abigail Thomas took office as the first woman to be named chief of police in the history of our city.
I am from New York. Some people even say I have an accent. Being a cop today is not the same as it was when my dad did it. Times are changing.
We're good to go. Let's roll on A and B.
Peanut butter is the longest relationship I've ever had.
Have you seen this man?
Jake's got his shirt off a lot.
We're done. Let's listen to Go Cubs. And scene.